Welcome to the very first episode of the Curse of Thorn Patreon show, available on our Patreon over at patreon.com/The Mask of Fear. The Curse of Thorn is its own tier, so if you want full access to this full episode, head on over to patreon.com/The Mask of Fear and sign up today. Joining me for the first time in a long time since we've done one of these. The last time we did one of these, this show was under Fandom Empire name, and I believe it was called the Lampkin Lane Show.
Oh my God.
This is offered at a significantly reduced tier from what it was back then. We have two Halloween tiers. We have the Curse of Thorn at the $6 tier and the Legacy of Halloween at the $13 tier. Matt and I will be working on both of those, but today we focus on the Halloween series rumor / update. So if you've been watching our channel, The Mask of Fear, we put out a couple of videos in the last couple of weeks pertaining to information that we received based on early treatments that Miramax and Trancas were apparently working on. Now, you can take the information with a grain of salt. You can believe it. The truth is, I can't sit here and verify for you 100% that is correct, because it's just so much unknown with the series and everything that's been going on. But it comes from the same source that we got a lot of our Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends information from. And so take that for what you will. We're going to dive right into it here, Matt. We're not going to really take up people's time with small talk. So in those two videos, the first one we discussed actually, I guess it was two videos and a live stream. So I know we've been talking about this would be like part 3, and I guess that's true in terms of videos, but it's kind of like part 4 of what we've been talking about. The first part, we confirmed that neither treatment had the character of Laurie Strode involved with it. The second part, we talked about how neither treatment specifically had Dr. Loomis in it, which I think to both of us was a bit of a letdown, especially when you have Mark Helwig, and more on him in a moment, come out and, when you break down essentially those initial comments about how it's the base of the show is going to be, the Halloween 1978 movie by John Carpenter, some characters from that and characters we haven't focused on in a long time. I think the normal conclusion and we already had confirmed by them that Michael Myers would be involved. I think the normal conclusion to jump to is Dr. Loomis is going to be involved. And then you get everybody theorizing over the last, 14 months, how's it going to work? Who could play him? We're finally going to get focused on Loomis again and not a Malcolm McDowell version or a Rob Zombie version, if you will. And instead, we're sitting here today and finding out the news that, again, I think all of this is up in the air at the moment based on what's going on with Miramax. But I didn't mind the no Laurie Strode being involved. The Loomis one hurts, and I know there's some people that think, well, just let the character rest. The character has rested. The last time we saw the character was 16 years ago, and it was Malcolm McDowell's version of the character. The last time we saw Donald Pleasant's version of the character, you have to go back to 1995, I believe it came out. And so, either way, you're talking 30 years. The character's had plenty of time to rest. I'm not convinced for a single second that people like Donald Pleasance, people like Carrie Fisher, ever would have wanted the character to stay dormant after, their deaths. I think it's more about the characters than it is about them. And then you dive into the fact that, Mark Helwig, the guy who was in charge of acquiring the TV rights. Now, it's important to remember that Miramax co-owns the movie rights. So even if something has hit a snag here on the Miramax side, you're still not making a movie without Miramax involved. And to be clear, the change that's happened at Miramax is not the movie division. It's the television division. You have Mark Helwig, who played a big role in acquiring rights, is now out at Miramax TV as of March, I believe, late March, which flew under the radar, by the way. I've seen a couple of Hollywood trades put it out there, but I've seen almost no YouTube coverage or X coverage on this at all. And shout out to Critical Overlord, by the way, who just did a video on this and was nice enough to give us credit for covering Mark Hellwig out and Alex Jaffe coming in. There's been a lot of content creators in the past week and Facebook groups and stuff taking the video that we did and spinning it as their own. And I guess that's what happens in this community. But Mark Hellwig's out, Alex Jaffe's in. And when you have the head of a TV division get changed, especially one who is, the driving force behind acquiring the rights, you fall into a category of, okay, so what happens next? Not just with Halloween, but with all the projects. And Halloween's one of them. So that's where we sit. No Laurie, no Loomis, Miramax with big changeover. You have Mark Hellwig, who said that it was on the fast track because it was such a priority to them. And yet, when you look at it, it seems pretty clear as day to me that nothing's been fast tracked. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, by the way. You and I have been all about don't rush this thing. Mm-hmm. But those are some massive hurdles to overcome. And we just did a recent live stream talking about, well, will they pivot to a movie? Because there's no doubt they want something for the 50th anniversary of this. Much like Star Wars is celebrating their 50th anniversary in 2027, Halloween will be doing the same in 2028. And in today's video, we're going to discuss some characters that we heard would be involved in this TV series, and specifically roles that would be involved in this TV series. And boy, does it sound a whole hell of a lot like Halloween Returns. If you want to see the rest of this video, go sign up over on patreon.com/The Mask of Fear. Sign up for the Curse of Thorn tier, and you can get it there. We will be doing these videos. I believe the Curse of Thorn is scheduled for 18 to 20 times in a year. So you're getting it basically one month and two the next month. And then the Legacy of Halloween, for the most part, will be one a month, except under special circumstances, extended interviews. Like we have Dustin McNeil coming back up on the channel soon. So you'll be able to see some of his stuff on there, some of it publicly on the channel. But check it out over on Patreon. We appreciate the support.